Hi, 5th period English class.
And Vanno.
I'm Sydney.
And I'm Brie.
Welcome to Shakespearean Discussion. Today we're going to talk about the classic play Hamlet, movie version from 2009, and
how it is relevant to 21st century audiences.
That's us! Today we will be discussing multiple points about the film that stood out to us, starting with the use of modern technology. Here is a scene from Act 1, Scene 1, showing that.
Long live the king. But hold on. He. You can watch carefully upon your hour. It is now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francis now.
For this relief, much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart.
Have you had quiet guard?
Okay, so Brie, what did you think about that and how the use of technology?
Honestly, I think the camera's really cool because it makes it look like how it's moving. It makes it look like a video game almost, like a horror video game. I really liked it. I thought that was really creative and really cool, and that definitely relates kind of back to us with the 21st century video games, stuff like that.
I think especially kids our age can relate to that because it gives a big brother aspect kind of, especially to the play, that everyone always knows what's going on in the play, and I really like that too. So.
Yeah, and also the gun. The gun's
how it's
also the gun is just a big step.
Okay, so our next point is Horatio and Hamlet and their relationship. Throughout the play, Shakespeare really shows the relationship between Horatio and Hamlet and how important it is to the play. What do you think?
Well, the whole bro shake one.
It's
boom.
Yeah.
I thought that was it showed how close they were.
Right.
And kind of
they're not afraid to touch each other.
They're not afraid to touch each other, exactly. So here's the clip.
Horatio!
Oh, it's so cute. So cute.
Shame, my lord, and your poor servant Evan. Oh, my good friend, I've changed that name with you. And what make you from Wittenberg, Horatio? What's that?
Yeah. So that was just a little clip from the movie, and I think people can definitely relate to that to the 21st century because it's all about that contact and breaking down that wall. Usually, Hamlet's a prince, so it would be very bowing down to him or saluting him or whatever.
Yeah, kind of breaks down the barriers between.
But it's you can see their friendship in it. Yeah. So our next point is violence throughout the play. And obviously 21st century can relate to that because there were fights every day in the Green Building, which kind of looked like this. And this is when they were at Ophelia's funeral, but Hamlet didn't know it was Ophelia until this moment, and it got kind of heated, so this is the clip.
Hamlet the day that will take my soul! Really take that finger from my brother! I'm not spirited and rash, if I something in me dangerous, which let thy wise mistake. Hold on! Good my lord, be quiet! I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer want!
I really also liked the pan over, the cinematography where the skull, it kind of showed that moment, and I think that's kind of foreshadowing maybe how they they're having a funeral in the middle of the day, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's the scene before this, there's a grave digger, and he's just he's digging a grave at noon, and no one finds that weird. It's what? But definitely the violence aspect of it. I think just with a lot of unsaid emotions and confusion, also chaos. That scene breaks out into. because, you know, Hamlet's feeling a lot because, like, his girlfriend is dead.
Yeah, and
he just found that out. And he's, like, upset. He doesn't even know what happened, really. He, like, just saw her in the last scene. So obviously there's, like, high emotions, and that, you know, usually sadly results in violence, like, in the 21st century. They feel like that's the only thing.
And also like the petty little fights.
Right.
Like, they do, like, did we show, like, the shoulder check, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, and the shoulder check when you walk past him, and it was
just little petty things.
Just little petty little things.
So our next point is Ophelia and Laertes' relationship. Ophelia and Laertes, so they're brother and sister, and their relationship is very different, especially for the time period. They're really close, I would say.
Yeah.
And then this scene is going to show that and how their relationship is throughout the play, especially in this scene. So,
as watchman to my heart. But good my brother, do not as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own weed.
Now fear me not, I say it too long, but you want to
A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave.
okay, so this scene, Laertes is about to leave, and Ophelia is just kind of like giving him like a taste of his own medicine because he's telling her what to do, you know, not to talk to Hamlet, not to, you know, see him, like, it's bad, 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 don't, like, danger, danger, danger. And she's like, oh, well, like, you shouldn't go and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Best friend, brother. Like, may I remind you? So I just think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and also, like, definitely, like, they're closest. Like, they're sitting down the stairs together and they're having, like, a conversation. And also, like, I mean, I know I wouldn't show my brother condoms. But
yeah,
I mean,
like, I have a brother who's actually filming this. And that would not be a thing. So
I mean, but to some extent,
right.
it is.
Right.
Like, definitely. So.
Our next point is the closet scene. Okay. This is more of the opposite of today, we felt like. What do you think, Brie? Like,
I definitely think it was, like, definitely.
It was
because,
a little
like,
awkward.
because, like, even, like, with the relationship, like, the son and the mom, like, it's, I get it, but it just...
There's not even, like, a way to explain it. It's like you just gotta watch it.
It's a little weird.
Especially this part.
There is now most still, most secret, and most grave. Who was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, to draw towards an end with you.
It's like, well, that's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
A
little cringy.
Why do you think they did that?
Well, I think, also there's, like, the Oedipus complex, the whole, like, theory that was going on around this play, but also, like, I don't know, I felt like they were definitely close in some point, and, but, like, to me, like,
scene.
Yeah, but to me, like, as a millennial, like, this is just really weird for me to look at, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Like, I wouldn't kiss my mom on the lips.
I mean,
I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's how I think, like, it's the opposite of today. Next is interrogation, and when he kills Claudius, or Polonius, and everyone is like, where's the body, you know, like what happened? This is just very, like, old school, like, B-movie type, like,
interrogation scene.
Yeah, especially with, like, what we're going to show you, he rips off the duct tape, and it's just like, how cliche can you be, you know? But it also shows the modernity of it.
Disease is best for a girl. By this measure, our relief done not at all.
Oh no, I wasn't before.
Where the dead body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him.
Where is he?
Without, my lord, guarded to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us.
You will, sir, bring him my lord.
Hamlet. Where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper. Where?
Not where he eats, but where he's eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms are in at him. You want to measure
diet. We found all creatures else to found ourselves. We found ourselves for maggots.
So here Hamlet is obviously acting insane. But I just thought it was very modern. This scene.
It was definitely.
They roll him in on a swivel chair.
Yeah. All they had to do was like shine the light in his face, like who'd you kill?
Right.
Like, but yeah, definitely like the whole like the duct tape was definitely like very CSI.
Yeah, because I don't think they would have done it like that back then. For some reason, I feel like
they would have kind of like
tell
just
them,
like exactly like
held up a knife. Yeah, and like where is he? Like where is the body? So it was definitely more of like a playful, like comedic type of approach to it. One of our other points is insanity throughout the play. So what do you think?
This was definitely my favorite scene. I loved how they made her like look. So
right, Ophelia.
God tells you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Oh Lord, we know what we are. But we know not what we may be. God be at your table.
Conceit upon her father.
Pray, let's have no words of this. But when they are...
Oh, that scene is like a lot. But you can clearly see that Ophelia has gone insane, and if you watch the other people's expressions in the scene, it's really interesting because her delivery is so like on point when she gets up to Claudius and like speaks right in his face, and he's just like, he's like looking at Gertrude. He's like, I don't know what to do like in this situation.
I like how they made her look like an actual mental patient, like that. Like she was pale and her eyes were like dark, and her hair was just like disheveled, and it's just like it looked really like realistic, and it was really cool. That was definitely my favorite scene.
Right. And also,
what was that point that you made about like how she looked, how they made her look?
Oh yeah. Ophelia was way more masculine than I pictured her. I pictured her as like this little tiny
petite,
daisy,
like
this little girl. Yeah, her shoulders were like, you know, she was broader, like strong.
Like, yeah.
She had like masculine features. She had really nice bone structure, and I was just that actress kind of like took me like when I watched it, I was like, whoa. Yeah. But like her delivery in the scene was like,
it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
And I feel like, you know, people who, there are mental illnesses today. You know, like that happens. You know, suicide and all that. So I feel like, you know, it's really important for this part of it. And our last point is the ending and the deaths of everything. And so throughout the play, we notice that everyone dies in a different way. Yeah. So Ophelia drowned. Polonius was shot with a gun, so that was modern. Hamlet was like, he was sliced, I guess, stabbed.
He was sliced.
And Gertrude was poisoned. So I feel like, you know, that was just a lot to show like the different
types of like.
Right. You know, it's not just in one way. And the gun in the closet scene also was like.
Was definitely more. It was like also what did we say about the gun? Like how it was different from if he had like a gun and like it gave him. More power almost.
All you have to do is pull trigger and
and he didn't have to think about it at all. Like he was just like boom, bang, done. Like and he was like he didn't like with a sword you can think, with a gun you can't.
Right.
So
and one thing to close is I really enjoyed the setting of this play. Yeah. I feel like the director really captured like the darkness, especially from the first scene that we showed. And most of the scenes take place in dark, other than the grave scene.
Which is kind of weird. Like I didn't like expect that at all. I thought it was gonna be like dark and like
foggy
and like spooky, but no, it was the complete opposite.
So, but it actually worked. You know, it worked as a juxtaposition to the darkness of the play to like he's just digging a grave in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So I feel like that worked. Do you want to say anything like to close?
Nah, I'm good. I mean,
no, we pretty much talked about everything.
But yeah, that's definitely what stood out to us, and as like
those are like the main points that
really like stood out to us, and the points that we really enjoyed, and
hope you guys liked it. Thank you.